Everyone's in there. They're hissing and clapping.
Yes.
Outside, there's 10,000 people, mostly looky-loos.
Correct.
Nearby is a bunch of rocks they had just dug up from a sewer, and the cops are spraying people with water.
And the guys are trying to light a fire underneath the stage.
They're currently under the stage trying to light a fire.
By the way, McCready still going.
He's a professional.
Still doing the show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to 500 Open Tabs. I'm Kaveh Taherian.
And I'm Hannah Hillam.
Waving at the camera,
Yeah.
just in case.
Hey, I wanted to be friendly and welcome them into our live from New York
It's Wednesday
500
morning.
Open Tabs.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, how does that guy voice?
Saturday night.
I know.
Don Parr's like,
Kaveh
Taherian, Hannah Hillam, musical guest Richard Nixon and the Rappers, and your host, Helicopter Pylori.
But yeah, I wish we had a backup band right now with saxophones.
We'd be doing. They could play over us, so people wouldn't have to hear us.
Then you guys just have a nice jazz performance with two people talking.
Jazz. Anyway, yes, we're here in New York right now.
Yeah.
We're here for, at the time of this recording, we're in New York for New York Comic Con. Due to scheduling being all weird, we weren't able to record beforehand. So we were like, you know what? I still have one part left of my tab that is New York related. You have, I don't know, a pretend tab that you're going to imagine, you're going to come up with on the spot.
I'm going to make up on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were like, let's just record while we're in New York and we'll do one here. Usually we save this for like a live stream or something, but we were like, let's make the people who listen to the show normally as a podcast also suffer, not just those who come to the YouTube streams for the laughs. So here we are.
Hi, we're in a house we found.
On the street, we found
on the street.
home.
We just walked. No, it's my aunt's house, and very fittingly, the first thing we see when we look outside is
graffiti that says angst.
Graffiti that just says big
bubble letters.
Bubble letters.
It's weird too. Like the text, the font
it doesn't
face,
fit.
the typeface. Sorry, doesn't make sense.
The font face.
The font face. It looks like something I would have drawn by hand, but it doesn't have the. So that's how you know
it does kind of look like your handwriting.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, it just says angst and it's bright green. It's right out outside the window and it's really funny. So that's that's going to drive everything that we do today. Yeah.
Angst 2025.
But anyway, besides that, I think
professional. Look at
we're so professional.
Like, I'm like, tell me,
we're in
what
person.
Is it like being a cartoonist slash filmmaker slash documentarian slash writer
slash loser
slash musical theater major?
Listen, all you guys need to know is that there was a big hat that Hannah wore earlier, and it just bothered me all morning because she looked like a hipster influencer from Coachella 10 years ago,
I
and she
ruined
kept
his
doing
day.
it.
You guys.
Should you put it on for the...
I probably should.
Yeah, I think you should wear it.
I'll get my glasses too.
Listen, we're giving you the full effect this time, so you guys know.
Where'd the hat go? Oh, here it is.
Did you already lose it?
No.
It's literally right there in the chair.
I'm finding it.
Anyway, the point is that Hannah would have been the it girl 10 years ago. It's deeply upsetting.
He couldn't even look at me.
I couldn't. It was like...
He couldn't look at me in this hat.
Ew. I can't be seen in public with you dressed like this.
Want to go to Coachella 10 years ago?
Oh. Anyway, okay, the gag's done. You gotta take it.
No.
The Riverside's gonna explode right now.
Riverside went to Coachella with me. It also... Look, we bonded on ecstasy. Me and Riverside.
Ew. We got a pup here.
We got a dog here. Cookie, come here.
Cookie.
Put this hat on. No. She's like, I'm done with you guys.
Don't make me do that.
Anyway, so yeah, that ruined his day.
Yeah.
Which my job's done.
You don't even need a tab anymore. It's
Hold
just taken care of. But anyway, with that stellar introduction, I think unless there's any other announcements we need to make, we can go straight into it.
No, should you go first? Because you're doing a series and it's just nice to...
pick
not have to
worry about what I'm doing, so you can just yawn through the rest of it. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
so I can yawn through my own tab.
Okay, this will be fun. Let's see if we can make this work. I'm also using my wife's iPad, which is a different thing than I'm used to. Look at this lovely case, very colorful. But okay, so on to part 3 of the Astor Place Riot.
Let me get all comfy. This is fun. It's like I'm at a story time. Tell me everything.
I'll tell you everything. This is my... Can you believe this is my second 3-parter of the year?
No, actually.
3 parts.
I was wondering, like last year, I was like, I wonder if we'll ever do a 3-parter. Nah, we'll never let it come to that.
Here I am, double.
Double 3-parters.
Double down.
2 double threesome.
Double threesomes. So, which means if you haven't listened to the last 2 episodes, you're going to go back and do that now. But, of course, quick recap. This story focuses on the rivalry between 2 world-renowned stage actors in the early 1800s. The Englishman, William McCready, and the Americanman, Edwin Forrest, which is a word that I've termed now as the Americanman. Both talked Shakespeare good, but in increasingly divergent styles. McCready went deeper into the original texts. While he was doing that, Forrest was creating what would become the American style, focusing more on emotion, reality, and
angst. Sorry.
Long pauses. That was the other thing that he liked to focus on.
That was a good one. But also angst.
Angst.
Yeah.
That's very American. Yeah. Forrest would have loved that. And despite having lost the war...
After he's done screaming because he was pulled into the future. And he said, what are these going on? Anyway.
What is this AI? Oh, the cops are here.
Oh.
We're giving you some of that like nice New York atmosphere.
Yeah.
It might not even be picked up by the mics, but there's someone whose car is not warmed up all the way that you can hear as well.
Yeah, you can hear.
But anyway, despite having lost the war, the English still had a stranglehold on the American theater market. And as the American working class grew, the resentment grew and grew between what was seen as Forrest, the working class hero, and Macready, the stuffy guy who held his farts.
Oh, man. Those British, they just need to fart more.
Listen, if you just fart, life becomes a lot easier. You'll let it out.
Maybe you can just chill a little bit.
Let out the tension. And amongst all of this, don't forget there's the Bowery Boys.
Oh, the Bowery Boys, dude.
They're the American chauvinists who love to talk about freedom and individualism, but also have a strict code of all looking and dressing and thinking the same. Go figure.
I was watching House of Guinness.
About Guinness, the beer?
Yeah, but there's a whole part about the Bowery Boys. And I listened to I ended up watching it, and I was like, I just learned about the Bowery Boys today. So I told Sean all about some of your tab.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at least someone's spouse is listening to this podcast and learning about it.
Well, she's listening. She just has no choice.
Sarah's in the back room right now.
Having a real job
interview. She actually has an interview right now.
Yeah,
get
a real job.
Yeah. None of this dumb idiot podcast.
Join the Patreon.
Okay, let me finish. Yes. Okay, so the Bowery brothers, they love the theater and getting wasted and taking escorts and starting fights.
Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, Forrest has just taken his second trip to London. We're in the middle of his debut as Othello. He's hissed at by a bunch of Englishmen. Forrest convinces himself that Macready put them up to it, so he takes the TGV over to Edinburgh. And he gets box seats to Macready's Hamlet.
Right. He was like, I'm going to go.
And he's like, I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine. Basically, to Forrest, he's like, Macready is the rude man who shushes. He's like, I have to shush in the middle of his performance, and he hisses.
Dude, nothing was more infuriating than being shushed. That Always Sunny episode.
Yep. Anyway, so that's more or less the summary of the last two episodes.
Yep.
So, Hamlet begins, and Macready comes out.
We're in Edinburgh, right?
We're in Edinburgh now, yeah. Everyone's taking their seats. Forrest has got his popcorn or whatever he's saying in the box seats. They're getting ready. He's doing the like pop 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 all their warm up exercises.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Lights go down. People are getting ready. The show starts. Hamlet begins. Macready comes out. And he's like, whatever, to be or not to be. What that is the pencil. What's the line? You know how to talk Shakespeare.
To be or not to be. That is the question.
How much of it do you know? Do you know all of it?
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, you are. Go.
No,
you got to do it. Do it, please.
Whether 'tis nobler... I don't remember.
That you do remember.
No, I don't.
No, you do. Look at that.
Whether 'tis nobler... No, I don't remember. He's pretty much just sort of being like, should I kill myself?
Yeah.
I know the one part where because I still say this on an everyday basis, which is really annoying, but I always say something's rotten in the state of Denmark.
So imagine the roles reversed. You're on stage saying this.
And
and
then what do?
So actually, I should say this. According to The Atlantic, and this isn't 100% confirmed, they say, quote, after the words, they are coming to the play, I must be idle, get you a place.
Yeah.
Do you know this line?
Yeah, it's the play within a play. And he's like, everybody shut up. We're about to watch the play I wrote.
Yeah. And then Macready galloped 2 or 3 times across the stage, swinging his handkerchief in rapid flourishes above his head.
Yep.
This was his way of affecting madness. So that's them. That's the moment that Forrest just lets out a hiss, which I don't know if they're doing hiss.
It's this. It's like a...
Which is a weird, like, that's not that insult. It's just a stranger, like, oh, I guess someone's tire is going flat.
50, they're in half of tires.
He's the only one doing it.
I know, but that's even worse because it's like, oh, it's not just a bunch of people, it's one. And he's here targeting me.
Why wouldn't you just say boo or boo earns? Obviously, boo earns.
Boo earns. No, I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. He does this louder than, Prince John's snake advisor and assistant. Remember his?
Oh.
Basta! No one!
Oh, man. Prince John sucked.
Yeah. And he does it, and everyone all of a sudden is like, oh, like there's an audible gasp. They're like, oh my God, is this a beginning of a Charlie XCX diss track? Oh no, Taylor did it.
Oh, Charlie XCX doesn't even need to do diss tracks for her to win the diss track competition.
But whatever. So this is like the English 19th century version of it. So people are literally like clutching pearls and like fainting or whatever. And it's a big deal. And next thing you know, the press is covering it. And people are recording TikTok explainer shorts, and some idiot like me is doing a 3-part podcast explaining the origin of this beef, which I'll call beef Wellington for the sake of this.
Yeah, we're in Britain.
Yeah, it's the beef Wellington is what they call it.
This origin of this beef Wellington.
That's where the origin of the phrase comes from.
I've got a beef Wellington with
beef
you.
Wellington with you.
Let's squash our beef Wellington.
Well, that delicious crust. So the Scotsman wrote an article headed "Professional Jealousy," and the London Times picked up that article. And ever the shit stirrer, Forrest wrote a letter to the Times dismissing the jealousy charge, quote, with the contempt it merits, and was basically like, bro, it's not shit talking if it's a fact. Dude straight up sucked.
He brought America to Scotland.
Oh, yeah, straight up he's doing that.
He's like, yeah, we're rude over here.
He's a full-on edgelord at this point. He's like, I don't give a shit. That sucked. It's not an insult. I'm just reporting the facts as far as how it goes. Dude, if you did that
during one of my performances, I would probably
start
laugh.
Laughing. Yeah,
I'd laugh and be like, cool, none of this is serious.
That's like when we did the, when you had the book signing, or sorry, the event that was because she mispronounced your name, and so I just kept saying, yeah, Hillman! Go Hillman! In the middle of it, and then you kept trying to not laugh.
With Nico from Riverside directly behind you. I was like, he witnessed the whole thing.
No, I think I was sitting behind him because I was nervous because it was a celebrity.
We have
like
a
nervous
parasocial relationship with one of our listeners.
Shout out to Nico from Riverside.
Nico, and he's always like, he's always commenting. He's like, I didn't expect to be mentioned in this episode. I'm like, please, sorry, you're a character. So
I think he's always looking out his window to be like, are there 2 idiot podcasters? Like the sickos meme being like, yes.
Him and John's wife are.
John's wife, shout out. Sorry that you have to listen to this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's an edgelord. The theater people are like, what's going on? People are talking, and they're like, what the bloody hell is wrong with all these Americans? We're just trying to talk Shakespeare, good. Leave us alone.
They wouldn't, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's not the accent that they would use? What would it be like? What is wrong with you?
No, they would be a lot more. Never mind.
What would it be?
I don't want to talk.
English?
I don't know why. Why did I bring it up?
Just say, what is it?
Because I was wrong. In this era, it would be all like, woo! But like 200 years before, they would have been like talking like Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Hagrid? I don't know.
A little more like with the R's pronounced.
Are there pirates?
Yes.
English pirates?
The pirate accent is based...
all these Americans are coming in and yelling during the middle of our Hamlet performances.
It's for real. The pirate accent was based on all the Southwest English Cornish pirates.
That makes sense, huh? Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Interesting. Yeah. But anyway, so the English, they're sad. They're like, please leave us alone. Like sad. we're English. We're doing a good job
leave us
talking
alone,
Shakespeare.
Please. Something we've never done to anybody.
But Forrest, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And pretty soon he's back stateside. He's doing King Lear in New York, and of course he's already the most popular boy in school before this. But now people don't give a shit. They're just showing up in his performances, and they're like just waiting for any reasonable moment to like give him a like standing ovation and just clap for him because. The most famous actor in America went to England and told him to shove it up their asses. So he's, as the kids would say, an absolute unit. They love him.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a borderline god at this point.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine that, right? Like,
I'd be like, this guy
who's the most American.
He's the best American.
Yeah, it's just he went to England and he's like middle fingers out.
Yeah.
Talking shit to them in the middle of their most precious play. Yeah. And then coming home and being like, I'm going to do it cooler.
Precious play, exactly.
Just as I've stated before in the past couple of episodes, this is only like 40 years basically after America started.
Yeah, it's still very, like I said in the last couple episodes ago, I was like, it would be so infuriating to be like, yeah, we're America, and then a bunch of British actors have a hold on our theater scene.
Yeah.
I'd be like, get out. You burned down our White House like 15 years ago.
White DEI, as I said before. They just want white DEI. Acting should be fair for white people. To be able to play white people roles and also other ethnic roles.
Like Othello? Yeah. The one ethnic role in all of Shakespeare?
And Native Americans or whatever. But listen, no English. That's the only thing. Anyway, so Forrest is a huge deal. He's even a bigger deal. People are just ready to cheer for him no matter what. Mm-hmm. And in September 1848, Macready came back to the States to do a farewell tour. Because remember, he's a little bit older than Forrest.
Right. He's retiring.
He's getting ready. I think he's not quite going to retire, but he's like, because at that time, coming to America is a whole thing, right? And so for him to come over here and do the tour and the shows and all that stuff. And
hi, Sarah.
There's my wife in the background. We're recording. Say hi, babe. Yeah, we are in the middle.
You got a celeb sighting in this podcast. Celeb sighting
of Sarah. She's there's bagels there. This is important.
The best part about Sarah is that she just doesn't care.
She's just like,
she's like, I don't care if anyone sees. Like, I'm not involved in this anyway.
Anyway,
Sarah, you have to listen to our podcast right now. Is it good? Do you like it?
It's not.
Just kidding.
So
Shut up,
let me finish.
Wow.
He gets my point. McCready, he's still getting his ass kissed. Don't forget.
Oh, right.
Because this is a story about class division. So all the people who love McCready are like the rich people who go to the fancy theaters, who are like educated because they look as the English tradition as like, that's the real quote unquote tradition of like what all the fancy people do who are like wealthy and educated and they know this. None of this like blue collar shit that Forrest is doing where he's like, I don't know, screaming and getting all like upset.
Falling onto his knees
and taking long pauses. But McCready's coming. He's fine. He's going to be okay. In fact, he didn't even hate America at this point. He was like, it's still kind of cool. And he was thinking about maybe I'll just go after I'm done and I can set up a school or something in Cambridge or Boston and put like a drama school. Because remember, he's like a big deal in the theater. It's not just that he's a big...
He has a name attached. He can just come...
But remember, he's been running helping run theater companies since he was in high school. So he's he's into teaching, he's into setting. So it's like he's got this whole wealth of knowledge about regardless of how you feel about the English style.
No, he's good. He's a big deal. He's a legend.
So he's like, maybe I can bring this to America and help them learn, blah, blah, blah. And, he could teach Americans about the importance of, I don't know, showering and stuff like that. Didn't work. However, almost immediately, shit starts to go down. And one of his first shows, he's in Philadelphia, immediately hissed.
Like, we don't care.
He's shushed. Rude man who shushes. They all start shushing him. They all start hiss.
I don't know if it's a hiss. It's like it's just...
Is there a different hiss for the English versus the Americans? Is it like, it's
in it? It's Tuesday, in it? They just scream, it's Tuesday.
The Americans are just like gunshot
and we just pull
sounds.
out guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we scream and pull out guns and
And after this, he gets mad and he makes a public statement of Forrest. He says, quote, "He did to me what I am sure no English actor would have done to him.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
He openly hissed me." And the next day, Forrest was basically like, "Sure, Jan," while making crazy gestures like,
this
totally.
Guy,
and he gives like the non-apology of like, "Oh, I'm sorry you were offended by what I said," that kind of thing.
I'm sorry you didn't like what I said.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm still right.
I'm sorry you were offended, but it's a fact. But McCready, he doesn't back down. Back and forth. They're trading barbs in the papers and they're riling up the public.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's I'm telling you, it's a full-on beef. They're talking shit back and forth.
Beef Wellington, man.
It's straight up beef, but I don't know, what's beef Wellington in America? Like a corn dog?
Beef Wellington, I'm
no,
pretty
it's a corn dog.
Corn dog? What? Actually, I don't know what beef Wellington is.
Beef Wellington's beef with like the crust around it.
I haven't had beef in 20 years.
That's true, you haven't. I'm just going to call it a corn dog. It's no longer a beef Wellington in the States. It's become a corn dog.
The corn dog between them was heating up.
It's delicious.
They were putting mustard and relish on that corn dog.
On a corn dog?
I don't know. I haven't eaten meat in 20 years. I forgot what goes on corn dogs.
There's like veggie corn dogs and shit. They're fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you could do it. That's no excuse. Anyway, so they're arguing back and forth, and everyone's like, "Oh no, this is just a psyop from China to divide us, so we don't actually get mad about the real things." But the real ones, they know. It's a microwave in the background. Don't worry. And at long last, we arrive at the week of the riot.
Yes.
Okay.
I almost forgot what this is all about.
Yes. There's so much beef between the two of them. Beef Wellington. Sorry, corn dog
Wellington.
So I'll say this going into this part of it is that I looked at many different sources. A lot of these things seem to have slight differences in terms of like one date versus another, one thing versus it. So I did my best to kind of do an average of it and explain it in the most succinct way possible. So it might be like, I have May 7th, 1849. Other people were like, it's May 8th. Most people said May 7th. Anyway, whatever. If it's a day off here or there, or like one thing here or there, don't actually me unless you're an actual.
Don't Wellington actually.
Don't Wellington actually me.
He's feeling angst, and don't make him feel more angst. Look at him.
So, on May 7th, 1849, McCready attempted to end his tour with a performance of Macbeth.
Oh, good choice.
At the titular Astor Place Opera House in New York.
Dude, where in New York was this located? Is it still around?
The place is not there anymore. I don't know if it got torn down or whatever, but it didn't last for reasons that will become obvious. Cool. Is what the associations of it were. The Astor Place Opera House had been built specifically to bring European high culture to New York.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, they only served like Orangina and Nutella there or something. It was for the upper 10. It was
with real sugar. Fanta with real sugar.
It wasn't none of this hazelnut shit. No. It was like real actual chocolate in it back then, even though it was trying to masquerade as something else. Yeah. But it also had like a very strict dress code.
Okay.
And I think it's at some place I read that it had basically a subscription service where you had to pay like a. So it's like whatever, like Soho House or some shit like here that they would have in New York and LA where it's like, here's the fancy place that you can go. That's like part of this club where you can go watch operas and stuff. Wow. So again, it's decidedly for the upper class, both built for this idea and also like the people that populate it and things that are there. and all that.
Okay.
Now, allegedly, this is not 100% confirmed, but it's said that Forrest knew a couple of colorful characters that he had been seen speaking to beforehand. One was a downtown ward boss named Isaiah Reinders, who made his living running saloons and brothels and wrangling Irish votes for the Democrats.
Amazing.
And the other guy he was talking to was a guy named Edward Judson.
Okay.
And Judson was a former degenerate who reinvented himself as a journalist when he moved to New York City, and he harped on big like nativist themes in his work, and he wrote plays that pandered to the taste of the Bowery Boys.
Dude, I want more about him.
Yeah, I know, because you're a huge nativist who loves to like talk shit and be racist, but that's another deal. I'm just giving you a long pause. I'm not giving you anything. Dog whistles everywhere in terms of what he was.
Yeah, he sounds like an absolute dickhead.
Listen, it's not that far-fetched to think about what that's like today.
Yeah. That's what nativist arguing. Yeah, exactly. Catered toward the Bowery Boys. What, the Proud Boys?
Bunch of dudes who dress all the same. And,
Proud Boys.
The Proudery Boys.
The Proudery Boys. They eat corn dog Wellington.
Corn dog Wellington. That's corn dogs. So these guys had their own corn dog between them, but they're clearly political rivals, right? One is essentially an anti-Irish nativist, and the other guy is trying to get Irish votes. So they should have never been working together.
No.
But as we've said before, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So their shared hatred of the English brought them together. What, Hannah? And they kissed.
They kissed.
Probably.
Oh, they all the group kiss.
Three-way kiss.
Three-way kiss. So
again, this is hearsay-ish. Yeah. It's not like officially reported, but people were like, we saw those two guys talking to each other once and kissing.
Tongue.
With Forrest.
The European way.
In the corner. He's sitting in the cuck chair.
He's the cuck. Waiting. Yeah. You think Forrest is the cuck? No, he organized the whole thing.
He did it for his own pleasure to watch.
Oh, you're right. He's the power cuck.
The power cuck.
Hi, Sarah. She's just in the background eating a bagel.
Just having breakfast.
Yeah.
So for McCready... Are you going to sit here? You can, if you want. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an audience member, my wife, who is now part of the podcast, sitting and eating a bagel.
And drinking some cherry juice. Wow, cookie goes to you. Oh, because you have food.
Yeah, that's
anyway, so the power cuck is watching his two friends.
Power cuck is watching his friends. This has been reported afterwards. Like may or may not have happened.
Right.
So for McCready's performance on the night of the 7th, Reinders arranged for 50 tickets to be given to his friends, which, suffice it to say, Reinders' friends were not your classic Astor Place Opera House clientele.
No.
So they go in there and they're all plants. Right?
Are you serious? Like hired crisis actors?
Yeah, exactly. The hired crisis actors. They go and they throw rotten eggs and potatoes at the stage, and they make so much noise that no one could hear the play at certain times.
Wow.
But nevertheless.
So it's like watching a movie with me.
But basically, like screaming. Talking through it.
And screaming.
Throwing popcorn, that kind of stuff. But McCready, as of course, as we said, he's literally one of the most famous actors in the world. He's a professional. He persists.
Yeah.
And allegedly was cheered on by the likes of Herman Melville. It was one of his fans. He was like, you can't leave and stop. You got to keep going, bro. Just screw the haters. Keep going. And McCready keeps going, which of course pissed them off even more. And the next thing you know, they start throwing chairs at the stage.
What?
Straight up throwing chairs.
Oh, but that's insane.
Yeah. It escalates.
Okay, we're degenerates in this country.
This isn't even the riot, by the way. This is the pre-riot.
Oh, right, I forgot people die in this.
Pre-engaged. So this is on the night of the 7th. So they do this. It escalates to the part where they're throwing chairs. And eventually they're like, okay, we have to stop doing the show right now because someone's going to get hit in the face with a chair. It's turning into a wrestling match.
Amazing. And this is all brought on by those two racist dudes. The one racist dude and the Irish guy.
The guy who's trying to get Irish votes and the guy who hates the Irish.
Okay.
But they hate the English more combined.
They combined forces.
Allegedly may or may not have been introduced to each other by Forrest.
Thanks, England, for bringing us all together.
Bringing us all together to hate you. So they have to stop the show. McCready's like, okay, I have to get out. Like, this is dangerous. I have to leave. And they all cheer. It's like a big deal. They're very excited. They had beaten the English again. And meanwhile, at the same time, so again, I've seen a couple different sources for this. I think it's pretty much correct.
Okay.
But allegedly, down the street at the Broadway Theater, Forrest was also putting on his version of Macbeth. So they're putting on rival productions of Macbeths going on at the same time.
That's insane. So was this on purpose?
I don't know.
I had to be.
I'm sure it was like some sort of, because he would have had to know that he's coming and he's doing it.
So you know what? I'm going to take all of his audience and do Macbeth myself.
Yep.
This guy's an absolute troll.
Absolute troll. And people there, like, they're cheering. It's sold out. They're all like excited. Everyone's like, this is the best. Like, screw the English guy, blah, blah, blah. And listen, McCready, after all this, he's like, screw all these mud farmers and sheep rapists. I'm never performing in America again. I'm leaving.
That is a quote from something. You might need to say that.
This is from 30 Rock. This is a joke that Jack Donaghy makes about it's Colleen's family.
Family from England, right?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I have to worry about a bunch of mud farmers and sheep rapists. But McCready's like, whatever. I'm never coming back to America again. Screw this place. I'm done. I'm not doing it.
We drove him out.
But the press was like, we cannot be embarrassed by a bunch of goobers. Yeah. This is New York. We cannot allow this to happen. We got class. This isn't some frat house. And so a bunch of people in the press, they put together a petition, again, like Herman Melville and a couple other famous people.
Freaking scab.
Basically, we're like, we implore you to stay. You got to do this performance. Like, the overwhelming majority of the population that hates the English and the wealthy don't actually represent New York City as a whole.
Yeah, it's only the few of us that do.
We represent all of it, the upper 10. So it'll be better next time, we swear. And McCready's like, okay.
Wow.
And he's scheduled to go back on stage on May 10th.
If you're begging an actor to come and perform, they're like, I guess I'll do it.
I guess I'll do it if all the most famous, like, fancy newspapers and stuff in the city are talking about how great I am and the greatest literary minds are saying
of the time. Yeah, exactly.
And, of course, again, this is all taking place. It's all playing out in the newspapers. So everyone gets wind of this. Everybody in the city reads about this. And they're like, if they weren't activated before, they sure as shit were now.
It's just like a call to action.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Additionally, the Democrats were like, LOL, eat shit, Caleb Smith Woodhill, who was a Whig who had just gotten elected mayor.
Oh, Caleb Smith Woodhill, screw you.
Do you know anything about
him?
No. I didn't read that. I mean, I read much about him in relation to this.
He sounds like a mayor.
He was a mayor.
Governor, yeah.
So they're like, we're going to make sure to absolutely embarrass the shit out of this guy as much as possible. And so
I love this city.
They start putting up flyers. I wish I had I can't do it because we're on the thing, but
okay.
I could send you a picture of it. But it's like a straight up poster flyer. And it says, I'll read you the quote. It says, quote, "Working men, shall Americans or English rule this city? The crew of the British steamer have threatened all Americans who shall dare to express their opinions this night at the English Aristocratic Opera House. We advocate no violence, but a free expression of opinion to all public men working, or all public working men. All public men. Working men, free men, stand by your lawful rights."
Whoa. Okay, so it's pretty much like, don't hurt anyone.
This is straight up like,
let's go.
I want to say it's like, we have to fight like hell if we want to keep our country.
Like 100%.
That's literally what it is.
I've heard all of these talking points where it's like, if you want to keep America, then
we're going to have to do this.
Which is like, feels fun against like the oppressor, but when it becomes the other way around, it's like, you're not good.
Internal, I don't like it. Anyway, so they're fully throwing fuel on the fire. They're using this as a bludgeon. They're making it, again, it's a political tool that they can use for their own advantage, and they make sure to do it.
I just love how it's like, no, this is not about theater anymore. This is England versus the United States.
This is a second war.
This is a second
Revolutionary War.
Second Revolutionary War.
That's kind of what they refer to it as.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like like today, it's a culture war. It's like they've taken the war and they made it the culture war, and that's what they're trying to win.
Just like today, the papers, it just gets everyone riled up.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's almost like there's a profit incentive for all of these
it's almost like you can make a lot of money if people are angry.
People are mad. But only if you own the railroads of social media.
Monopolies,
it's almost like before social media, this wasn't a thing.
We learned our lesson the last time we had monopolies.
Big time. Yeah, big time. Anyway, so the chief of police, his name is, I forget what his name is. He's later in the, anyway, it doesn't matter. The chief of police in New York. He goes to Woodhill and he's like, yeah, bro, I don't know if you heard, but we do not have enough cops to deal with this shit. It's going to get out of hand very quickly because everybody in the city is pissed off.
The cops are like, we're going to be there too.
So he basically gets together all the cops, and he also orders the 7th Regiment, which is...
So the National Guard.
Basically.
Calls in the National Guard.
Yeah, to get under arms. Always a great idea. This is,
bring in the army. It's never a bad idea.
It's going to be perfect.
For a theater performance.
Which, again, this was very confusing based on the differences. I think it's like 300 dudes from the 7th Regiment. Some people were saying that was the police force. Some people were saying it was the 7th Regiment. I don't know exactly.
I think it probably because there were those, they still had those militias set up.
Yeah.
From the Revolutionary War.
It makes sense,
could call on them. That's why everyone's like, we got to have a militia. And it's like, no, we kind of disbanded those for a reason.
Yeah. So on the night of the 10th.
Okay.
Now we're finally there. This is the night of the riot. All hell breaks loose. Thousands of self-proclaimed, by the way, they're now calling themselves foresters.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Because
so lame.
Swifty. They're basically the Swifties of their day. That's it.
Dude, nothing is scarier to me than a Swifty riot.
In 1800 Swifties.
These hats would be flying.
They're all there. Yeah. They're like, oh no.
Batarangs.
No Charlie XCX. No Charlie XCX.
Taylor Swift. Taylor Allison Swift.
Swifties.
Why do I know her middle name? I didn't ever want to know her middle name. Oh.
So they all show up to the Opera House and they're ready to throw hands.
Yeah.
And inside, of course, a bunch had also managed to get past the ranks and acquire tickets once again.
For the Eras Tour,
nights. Yeah. From, I don't know, Craigslist or whatever.
Yeah.
And the cops, they're not going to wait for any funny business. They're basically like, we're standing in the aisles during this performance, just waiting for shit to go down.
Oh, yeah.
And when Macready made his entrance with Hamlet's opening lines, which are ironically, which is what?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, not Hamlet, Macbeth.
Isn't it the witches?
So foul and fair the day I have not seen.
That's right. I don't know anything else. No.
You don't know anything else? I kept confusing Macbeth
I always
and
do
Hamlet.
Too. It's weird because they have the same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the opening line, ironically, is so foul and fair a day I have not seen.
Oh man.
It's basically like today sucks.
Yeah, today's gonna be crazy.
When he comes out and does this, he's met simultaneously with applause and hisses.
Oh, that's not good.
It's like at the same time, like the equal amount of screaming. Again, everyone's like, "This is war. This is war now." And the police chief, his name is George Matzel, he ordered the hecklers arrested and held in underground rooms till the next morning.
They were detained
straight up in the theater.
Oh, disappeared into a dark room.
Yep. And while the audience inside the theater got louder, the crowd outside continued to grow. So by some estimates, more than 10,000 people come to show their support.
10,000? Why? I guess back then it was just like, we need something to do. We don't have public executions anymore.
This is what I'm saying.
This is next.
So some of it is like, and that's like a mixture, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of them are just looky-loos who are just like, what's this crowd that's
100%
happening?
100% I would have been there.
Yeah. Exactly.
100%.
I'm like, someone's fighting.
What's happening?
Last year in New York, someone's fighting. We're like,
we were like, let's stay and watch.
Yes.
And then afterward, I was like, that could have gone a different way.
So I don't know how many people were there that were specific, like how many of the Bowery Boys specifically were there to like cause a ruckus and how much, but it just grew.
Of course.
Got big.
So the most of the people outside were Bowery Boys, right?
No, I'm saying it's like, there's not 10,000 Bowery Boys.
No, but like yeah, okay, you're right.
Yeah. So it's like a small percentage, I imagine, of the Bowery. There's a lot of Bowery Boys, but they're like a gang. So it's not like 10,000 people of the city are just, and New York's not got that. I'm trying to think of, I don't know what the population of New York at that time was, but we're not talking in the millions yet.
No, I think the world population was only like a few million.
Yeah. But anyway.
Sorry, a few billion.
They're there to show their support for, I don't know, like air conditioning and peanut butter and ranch dressing or whatever, America. And
lemonade.
Of course, a lot of them bring weapons.
Well, it's America, isn't it?
It's America. This is still America, right?
You know what,
Second Amendment.
Our country was built on this whole concept.
I'm a Swiftie and I get to have a gun.
Dude, Swifties with guns.
Oh, no.
Terrifying.
So Mayor Woodhull ordered Major General Charles Sanford, commander of the 7th Regiment of the New York State Militia, to muster his troops in case things got out of hand. So Sanford ordered attachments of infantry, cavalry, and artillery to the drill hall at Center Market to await instructions. So they're just all on standby.
Oh, geez.
Now, I can't corroborate these facts, but it's fun to consider if they're true.
Yeah.
This was from one source, which was theoutline.com. It said, quote, the newly arrested, so these are the people who were like underneath.
Downstairs.
Yeah, on street. They tried to light a fire while they were underneath the stage.
Yeah, classic.
A rider inside managed to poke his head through the window to inform the crowd outside that their Confederates had been locked up. And around the same time, a police officer in the lobby stuck a hose through one of the windows and began to spray the crowd in Astor Place.
Underneath? I would have rioted. Are you kidding? It's like
Again, there's only one source that I found that had this. At these provocations, the mob went berserk. A sewer had recently been dug on Lafayette Place, and the unearthed paving stones provided a ready supply of missiles to use against the theater and the cops. So now...
So they went and looted a construction site.
Yeah, of like shit rocks. They're now throwing shit rocks at the cops and militia.
It's going to make a great Kuma Tabarina. So they just have a bunch of, sewer rocks.
Sewer rocks. They're throwing sewer rocks at cops
let me set
and the militia.
Scene. So the scene is, there's a bunch of people locked underneath the theater.
Yeah.
getting sprayed with water.
Or no, I think the people in the crowd are also getting sprayed.
Okay, so
this is according to one source.
Okay, so a militia
I'd like it to be true.
I'm gonna look. We're not professional. This was a fun. We're telling you how
Wouldn't it be fun if it was true?
Yes. So everyone's in there. They're hissing and booing. Yep. Sorry, hissing and clapping.
Yes.
Outside, there's 10,000 people, mostly looky-loos.
Correct.
Nearby is a bunch of rocks they had just dug up from a sewer, and the cops are spraying people with water.
And the guys are trying to light a fire underneath the stage.
They're currently under the stage trying to light a fire.
By the way, McCready still going.
He's professional.
Still doing the show.
Of course.
So Macbeth is still happening on stage at this time.
Dude, we did a show through a fire alarm.
That's funny.
In high school, it was so loud. It was Scarlet Pimpernel. We did it through a fire alarm.
Listen, but once you start throwing shit rocks at cops and militia, it's they're going to be like, well, let's de-escalate.
We don't like this.
We're professionals.
Let's get our shit rocks and de-escalate.
No, of course. That didn't do anything. So no. General Sanford had them form a line and shoot their guns in the air as a warning at first. He's just like, get them to back off. And of course, it doesn't do anything.
No.
And one thing leads to another, and it seems like there might have been one or two things that they just start shooting into the crowd. And of course, not good. Not good. McCready keeps really going, though. He keeps doing his show. By around 9 p.m., he delivered Macbeth's final defiant speech. Quote, do you remember the final speech?
No.
You don't remember? I thought you knew how to talk Shakespeare good. And you remember
if you give me the thing, I can read it.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet and to be baited with the rabble's curse.
That's right.
That's the line. That's the final line that he says as this is happening.
Incredible.
Right? And as soon as he's finished, he's basically snuck out of the theater through a side door, and he's like wearing, I don't know, like a giant fake nose and a mustache or something.
He's like, nothing to see here. I'm American.
No curtain call. It was too risky.
This is how many years before a president gets shot in a theater? This is like 20,
not even 20. Yeah, we're about 20 years.
Yeah, he had a reason. I mean, we're an unpredictable bunch.
Wilkes Booth, they're around at this time.
They're around with the Booth family.
Oh, that was like a whole
The last
dynasty.
podcast on the left did an amazing series on the Booth family. They were like the Coppolas of their time.
Yeah,
They were
huge
up there. And then one of them shot the president, and that was it for them.
Which is totally insane to think about.
It's like, what if Nicolas Cage was just like, okay, I guess I'm going to shoot the president. That's what it would be like. It'd be like, one of them killed the president? This acting family? Drew Barrymore killed the president?
I feel like it's more of like a John Voight of like Voight and Angelina Jolie, because John Voight was the more conservative one that no one likes anymore, but like all the conservatives like him, so it's like he's the one because Angelina's seen as like the liberal whatever. That's how the Booth family
was. Edwin Booth was like the liberal boy that
because John Wilkes Booth was the one who like they loved in the South, like
because he was the outlier. He's like, actually guys, I love slavery, and the rest of the family was like, maybe don't
kill the president. It's closer to John Voight in terms of, because all your listeners absolutely know who John Voight is.
I could only think of the Coppolas.
Yeah.
That's unfair to the Coppolas. I'm sorry, Nick Cage.
Anyway, so
publicly apologize to Nicolas Cage.
He gets snuck out, and outside the riot reached a crescendo, and fighting, punching, running, guns,
throwing rocks. No, not even rocks, like paving stones.
Shit rocks, sewer rocks. And it's chaos. Like lamps are going in and out. There's like it's like a cartoon where there's like the giant dust pile of the dust smoke, where like people are just going, and you guys see the feet and the legs come out, and then like people getting their heads yanked back in, that kind of shit. This
is one of those moments where you look at it, you're like, we are animals.
100%.
We're not any better than animals.
Nope. So it was reported that the official death count was around 22.
Okay.
When all was said and done, but a bunch of people. That's a lot of people to die because of a Shakespeare, like a Shakespeare riot. Yeah.
It's like I can play. Oh no! Here's what it's like: Robert Pattinson and Affleck Batman. Who can play that? That's our Shakespeare.
Better Batman. That's
Who's a better Batman?
Yeah, I mean, I have heard. Who was it?
Batman.
I think Affleck said this, where he's like, he said he's Hamlet.
Hamlet. Batman is American Hamlet.
American Hamlet. Yeah, I can see that. But anyway, so. Even though the report is about 22, it says like 22 to 31 roughly, but like the consensus seems to be about 22. But also a lot of people ran off because they didn't want to get into trouble.
Right.
And so like it's probably much higher.
Crazy.
And hundreds are wounded, countless arrested. And I guess between 50 and 70 policemen were injured. I think a couple policemen died as well, I want to say. Again, it's hard to find a consensus because it's not such a widely reported story.
Yeah.
But
so this just all bubbled up.
It just all bubbled up. It resulted in this explosion. where everyone got in a fight and they were just punching each other. We're fighting the cops. We're fighting the English. The English are like still doing the show.
Yeah, they're like, we were watching this play.
Yeah. It was about the opera houses. All these things just come to a head at this one point.
It's a class war.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a big class war. Now, if you might be better at this, then I can say for sure you'd be better at this than I am. There are links where you can find like different articles and stuff that were like written at the time.
Oh, my favorite.
I think that there's a lawsuit of some sort that gets
probably
filed against what was his name? One of the dudes, one of the two dudes that kissed.
Oh,
where is it? It's in my notes. Sorry, there's so many names. I forget who everybody is.
I know
Judson.
they're all the same name.
I think it's like Astor House versus Judson.
Oh,
I couldn't. That was
I could
like
probably find the whole
I
thing.
started to look into it and I was like, I don't quite understand what all this is. But
that could
basically, what ends up happening is that and this is the one thing I couldn't figure out, which is what the hell Forrest is doing all this whole time.
Is he there?
I didn't find anything. I don't know if he's like at home in his underwear.
Isn't he like performing down the street?
But at the time of it's like half the city's out there like fighting these people, fighting these cops outside the theater. I don't know if he's performing. A lot of the stories just start to be more interested in the riot than they do in what's actually happening with Forrest.
That's really mysterious. Like, what's he up to? Was he just watching?
I don't know. It's possible that I missed it because again, this was 3-part. It was a lot. It's very possible that I missed the note of it, but because I also had so many tabs open on it. But it didn't seem to be something that I could find a consensus of like, oh, here's where he is during the riot. And
get into the newspapers of this. That is.
I did save the link for you to send to you afterwards, so you can go. There's like a list of a couple of them, but
nice.
He was apparently like upset afterwards because the press blamed him.
Yeah, of course.
And they're like, oh, he's the reason that this happened.
Never should have hissed.
Never should have hissed. And his reputation kind of takes a hit after this a little bit. And like, he's no longer after this, like the most famous, like greatest American actor in the world anymore. But he keeps acting. And eventually in 1872, he passes away at the age of 66.
That's young.
And McCready, unsurprisingly, did not come back to the States after
he's like,
this.
I'm fully done. 22 people died at my performance. I'm good.
Not into it. He died the following year in 1873. After Forrest did, yeah. Having retired, he retired like just a couple years after this incident. I think 1851 is when he basically retires. So he's got like a long retirement where he's chilling.
The Carrington event happened.
Right. Was that 73?
That was 52.
Oh, 51, 52, somewhere around. Yeah, he's just like, I can't. After the Carrington
this is
event.
weird. I can't do it.
Maybe that's what it was. It was solar flares. That's what caused all these people to go insane. So as far as the effect that it had on the city, again, this is all this is not my like official part of my tab, just random crap, because I was trying to find like what did this result in.
Yeah.
So some people were like, it mobilized the city of New York to be like, oh, we need more. This might have been sort of the impetus of Central Park.
Oh.
Maybe. Again, I'm not saying that.
Oh, like the creation of it?
It's like, I think they were like, we need more places where people in the city can sort of mingle and like be around each other so they're not so segregated and like in terms of class.
So we'll just uproot a bunch of African American graves and make Central Park.
Of course, that's always what
we'll just relocate them. That's fine.
They're always in the background. They're never the main characters.
That's their cemetery. Who cares?
Anyway, so that is the conclusion of the Astor Place riots.
Good payoff.
Thank you.
I love how petty it started.
So petty.
Just these two actors being like, "I'm the better thespian."
I'm better at talking Shakespeare good.
And then all these people just were like, "No, I'm assigning class warfare to this, and now I'm gonna kill a bunch of."
Any excuse to fight the cops.
It's just so classic of just like, and now this is a riot. It just cool. Rocks got involved.
Right? Then there's like the block, the voting block gets involved,
and they're all passionate and riled up, and and also like those two kind of rival gangs are also there together. So I'm sure that they're like, oh, I may as well. Fight these guys too.
The press loves it because there's people who are talking shit. This is like at the beginning of the penny papers and all that shit too. So people are just publishing whatever.
Oh, they could put it anything.
The more hot goss,
the
better. Yeah.
Those were the days.
The TMZ of their day, basically.
TMZ was there. He's like, you are not going to believe this.
You will not believe
this person was spotted dead in front of the theater, and Forrest is to blame. So. Perez Hilton is there.
Editing Harvey,
like
whatever his
on
name
everybody's faces, like his old blog.
I forgot about that.
So now looking at that, I'm like, Ooh, guy, that's not nice.
Jizz fest, but
Jizz
not
fest,
in the fun
bad.
way.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Yep, that's my tab.
You should. It was a great job.
Thank you.
This city's insane.
This city is insane. As I said before, the Opera House is no longer there in terms of what its incarnation was.
We should go visit it.
We should go visit it while we're here. Maybe we'll try and record something while we're out there, just to do a little tour of Lafayette Street.
You can punch me to bring it all.
I'll just throw shit rocks at you. Yeah, at your head, and then
obviously
you can scream and try and light me on fire.
Yeah, I'll lay on the ground.
Sarah can show up and spray us. The
cops will come.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they'll rescue me though.
That's that's true.
They'll be like, we're saving this one.
She's worth it. Anyway, that is my tab. Thank you for listening. As we transition on to the next one, we have to remind people that we have a Patreon that you can subscribe to, where you can, I don't know, how long did this one go?
I don't know.
It's, so there's probably going to be some outtakes from this one, because it's a bit long, so.
There was some rambling we went on with, the Booth family and
maybe, but we've got outtakes and extras.
Yeah, I'm a little behind on the outtakes, but there's going to be a bunch posted, so you can watch outtakes up to like episode 89.
There's plenty of them.
Yep, there's a lot. And a lot of it is so dumb, but it's fun because you go to the Discord and people are talking about the inside jokes from the Patreon.
Which I love.
And so you can hear us at our best/worst.
Better, best, much like everybody in the Astor Place riots.
Yes.
So, real last question.
Yeah.
Are you a Forester or are you a greedy McCready?
I'm a Forester.
Okay.
I think that here's the thing. I appreciate the source. It's like appreciating like Nirvana. I don't like Nirvana, but I appreciate what they did for the music. I appreciate what they did. I recognize what they do.
Okay.
And what came out of that is like, I like that.
Okay.
And so I pay tribute to them while not wanting to listen to them. Mm-hmm. So that's how I see McCready, where it's like, you were necessary to bring about this like theater revolution.
Yeah.
And then we took it,
ran with it,
and we made it ours.
Yeah.
And there is that nice thing. I do love that about America, is that like we're messy, we're emotional to a fault.
Oh yeah.
It will be our end.
100%.
It was our beginning and our end. Mm-hmm. But that's very uniquely American. The whole thing is,
the whole story is
the guns, the cops, the the warring factions of immigrants / nativists, like
teaming up for the vote.
Teaming up to, dude. If we look, guys,
Tammany Hall Democrats.
There is no us versus each other. Okay, it's all of us versus
the rich.
The rich. Okay, and the techno fascists and the billionaires.
Yep.
Don't fall into this. Even if you don't like the Irish, get Democrats. Whatever. What was it? We all got to do this together.
Like I said, even if you don't like the Irish.
The Irish Democrats. I'm just going off of what you said. First of all, the Irish, thank you, Irish.
Yes.
You're carrying the torch for all of the white people in the world. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, good to know. We need to get a T-shirt that says Team McCready.
Yeah.
You get a Team Forrest. Or
no one's going to wear the Team
Taylor
McCready.
Swift.
That would be fun to do that, though. It's like
Team Forrest versus Team McCready.
Yeah. And have you seen the pictures of McCready? He looks insane.
Yeah, he does. He's older, too.
Oh, that's true.
He's older, and he looks a little bit more like stern and angry. He doesn't look like Ron Swanson.
No.
We should do memes with Ron Swanson doing acting stuff. It would be for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is great, but moving on.
You ready?
Yep.
So my tab, I'm bringing us back to baseball.
All right.
So I've had this one open for a while.
Okay.
And I used to go down this big, long list of imposters. I love reading about imposters. And
because you can relate. I understand.
I can relate. I'm a huge imposter and a fraud.
Yep.
And you can see more of my imposter fraud on the Patreon. So today I'm going to be talking about someone who calls himself the Great Imposter.
Oh.
All right. So timeline. Here's the year.
Okay.
We're in 1979.
Okay. That's pretty late to be the Great Imposter.
Iran hostage crisis is happening. I looked up what happened in 1979, and that was like literally all that there was on the list. So I'm like, that was a pretty big deal.
It's a big deal. You know why? Because the Americans got taken hostage. That's the reason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
otherwise, it would be a footnote.
It was like the rich
no one would have given a shit.
Rich white girl who gets kidnapped, and everyone's like, find her! Yeah. No one would have, It
was like countries have been overthrown plenty of times in the Middle East. People were like, are there any white people here?
We don't care.
No, thanks.
So it was the Iran hostage crisis. 1979, we're just going into the 80s that are very different from the 60s and 70s. And we're at an NBA All-Star game. And, sorry, not NBA. Yeah,
MLB.
NBA.
NBA,
National
it's basketball?
Baseball? No.
MLB.
MLB, sorry. We're at an
NBA is basketball.
We're in an MLB game in Seattle.
Okay.
And, of course, I didn't write down the teams that were playing.
Mariners? I don't know if they were there at that time. I assume so.
Oh, no, it was the New York Yankees.
Oh.
So we're watching them all warm up, right?
I just keep doing this, like.
So we're watching the team runs out onto the field, starts warming up, passing the ball to each other. And out in the outfield, there's somebody who's just kind of fumbling around. And, they're just...
It's Rube Waddell. He's there for some reason. He's 100 years old.
This guy is a very, very Rube Waddell-esque.
Okay.
But 200 years later, 100 or 50 years later. So this guy then follows the rest of the team over because they're going to start taking a picture.
Okay.
They're like, okay, everybody get in the picture. And he's like... And there's pictures of this. You see this guy standing in the back in a New York Yankees uniform. And the guy that was like organizing the picture was like, who are you? You're not a Yankee. What are you doing?
How can you tell he's wearing the uniform?
Well, you look closer and you realize that the uniform is handmade.
Oh.
And that his shoes are painted black. And that he's fully like...
I love this, whoever it is.
Oh, this guy. So he's a great imposter. So everyone's like, what are you doing? And a couple of the teammates were like, you need to go hide. Because they were kind of in on it. And so this guy books it, right?
Okay.
And he hides in the locker room. But the locker room is full of Secret Service. Because President Gerald Ford is touring the stadium that very day before the game.
I thought you were going to say Gerald Ford was the one wearing the secret Yankees outfit.
Oh, I wish, dude. That would be
I was like,
amazing.
that would have been the most Gerald Ford story. Sorry, I got very excited at the idea of
So he goes in
Gerald Ford
and he's
trying
like,
to do something.
what? Gerald Ford is in this locker room. And so he has to like duck into the sauna. It's off, but he's fully clothed in a sauna, hiding from the Secret Service at Gerald Ford, okay?
Amazing.
And there's interviews while he's hiding of the teammate being like, yeah, I think he's in the sauna right now. Like, well, we're going to watch this interview later.
Okay.
So they're like, yeah, it's this guy and he's in the sauna, but he's fully clothed. It's off.
Yeah.
Like they kept telling the interviewer, like, the sauna's off. Like, no worries. So he had to wait till Gerald Ford left.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, I'm not going to be stopped by this. My goal is to get out there for the national anthem. He wanted to line up with all the players. So he just gets out of the sauna, goes back out and starts walking out onto the field again.
Confidence.
And here's the thing, he's so tall. He's like 6'4".
Nice.
And everyone's like, this guy, because he's easily recognizable.
Yeah.
So they're like, this guy again? And at this point, they're like, no, we're, get over here. So they arrest him.
Oh, no.
And they escort, don't worry.
They arrest him for what, being a fake Yankee?
Yeah, a fanky.
A fanky? I didn't realize that was like a crime in this country.
Well, that's the thing, it's not.
Yeah.
It's they couldn't charge him with anything. They were just kind of like, you need to leave. You're not on the team.
It's not illegal to wear a handmade Yankees uniform.
Right. Like, why are you... It was just confusing because they're like, why are you here? Like, what are you doing?
Why are any of us here?
And so they escort him off. And one person said, his shoes look funny. He has a pot belly. That looks like the dude from the All-Stars game we saw.
They're just judging him now. I don't like this.
And it's funny.
What does his body have to do with this?
A pot belly. This guy is in great shape.
Sorry. Some of us can only afford to shop at like Payless shoe stores.
Right. Sorry. Some of us are insurance salesmen from Michigan because that is what we
have to make our own Yankees uniforms.
Some of us have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps.
Seriously.
But
Should I go fight the English? This is making me mad.
Yeah, this is Is
this England's fault?
So this guy, here's the thing.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, we recognize this guy.
Yeah.
We've seen him before. Because this was not the first time he faked his way into a sports game.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you today about Barry Bremen.
Barry Bremen.
He calls himself the Great Imposter.
Love it. Barry Bremen, friend of the Fremen.
Good.
Friends of Fremen. Barry Bremen, friends of Fremen. You don't know the Fremen?
Yeah, I do. It's from Badoon.
It's from Badoon.
Badoon? Seinfeld. We're in New York. Okay, so...
What is the deal with all this sand?
Why are the eyes all blue?
Worst Jerry Seinfeld joke. Sorry, this is the most basic one, yeah.
So Barry Bremen was born June 30th, 1947 in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
Shout out to Michigan.
Michigan.
I don't know where Sarah went. She's like, I don't care about this. He grew up a very athletic, outgoing kid.
Okay.
But he didn't ever mean to make a career out of his sportsmanship. You know,
he's all just, what does he say in Harold and Kumar? He's like, just because you're hung doesn't mean you have to be a porn star.
Exactly. Just because you're good at sports doesn't mean you have to legitimately play sports.
Yeah,
illegitimately, sure.
You could just play it for fun.
You could just walk onto the pitch.
Listen, that's how it goes.
And he ends up marrying this woman, Margot, who I watched an interview with her, and she's just the most charming, lovely lady. Just like, you can tell she puts up with a lot. Margot, and they have 3 children. And he's like, I can't really, I gotta make money. I gotta live this suburban life. And so he becomes a junior high history teacher.
Okay.
After that, he's like, this sucks. I'm going to be an insurance salesman.
Perfect. Yeah, he's like, this is too boring. I need to become an insurance salesman.
But that was boring too. So he's like, on the side, I'm going to sell novelty toys.
Okay.
So he's like selling like
Slinkies and gack, shit like that.
Yeah, like these really specific, like insane toys.
Yeah.
And he would play racquetball at the Jewish community center in his town. And so every week, and he'd always wear this uniform that his friend gave him that was from the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Kings, shout out.
So he'd always wear
a
Sacramento Kings uniform to exercise in.
Yes.
And he was playing racquetball with his 4 friends. And he's like, you know what? I bet I could just, this is before the baseball. This is like early 1979.
This is the first idea.
This is the first idea. He's like, I bet you $75 that I could walk onto that court and shoot some, free throws and and I can make it into the basket. And they were like, you're insane.
Shoot a basket, just pretending to be a Sacramento King.
Yes. And they're like, we're absolutely, of course, $75. You're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, here we go. And so the next day was the Sacramento Kings game. And you could tell, here's the thing. You could tell he'd been thinking about this.
Wait, sorry, back up real quick. He's born in Detroit.
Yeah.
And this later part of the story happens in Seattle. So where is he during this? Is he in Sacramento?
He's in Detroit. He just has this uniform.
Oh, okay. Okay, so all this takes place in Detroit.
Yeah.
And then the Sacramento Kings were in Detroit playing. Gotcha.
So the next day in Detroit were the Sacramento Kings. And he's like, I'm going to do it. Don't even worry. And so he gets there and he puts on street clothes and he walks in and he slowly takes his clothes off in the bathroom. And he just falls into line as they walk onto the court.
Who's going to stop him?
Nobody.
It's 1979. Everyone's too busy smoking cigarettes.
No, seriously, 9/11 hadn't happened. Everyone's like, I don't know, bring a gun on the court. Who cares? We don't care. Shoot someone. Who cares? Anyway, he gets out there with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and they're shooting. And he tells everybody, he's like, I'm an imposter. I'm here because of a bet. And I need to be able to be on this. I need to
Everyone thinks it's funny as shit.
The team is like, hell yes.
They're like, you can actually play a couple of quarters if you want.
They were like, screw the establishment. They're all like uptight.
Good for them. I love that they're just like they're like, this is hysterical. We don't give a shit.
And he's like 6'4", so he looks like a basketball player.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was like a huge fan of Kareem. And also, who was the other guy? DJ King?
I don't know DJ King.
Not King. DJ
Khaled actually was part of it.
DJ Khaled was there. What a coward. DJ Coward. How about that?
Were they playing the Pistons at the time?
I didn't write that, but probably. So he was out there just like, and he misses his first 4 shots.
Oh no.
And the whole team is just like, this is hilarious.
Laughing.
Like, this is so funny. You're the best. Like, who are you? And the thing about this guy, because when I was reading with this, I was like, that would be so annoying. But once you hear Barry talk, you're like, I would probably let him do almost.
He's just charming.
He just like charms his way into everything.
Like, hey, how you doing?
Like it just comes out of his mouth so easily. Just like I'm about to do this.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, okay,
let's do it.
Okay, he could have used this for evil and he didn't.
He used it to play basketball with professionals.
Yeah, with a bunch of professionals that he loved.
I love it.
So, this is on TV. They're like, so he's like, my friends now can see that I am playing.
I will say too, 79 is like, that's pretty late. That's not like 1940s basketball where it's like not really a thing. That's
just
like,
getting into like
this is like 3 years before Jordan.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is pretty like basketball's established.
Yeah. Yep. And he missed his first 4 shots. Everyone laughs. And finally, Otis Birdsong. I don't know who that is. He's a player, but he kind of was like, hey, we probably shouldn't do this anymore.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Wet Blanket Otis.
I know. They ended up becoming friends later. Okay. But Otis was like,
this is kind of our job.
Kind of like get off the court.
Yeah.
Like you're making a show of it.
Otis.
And he was escorted off.
Lame.
But the whole audience cheered.
They're like, yeah.
They wanted his autograph. They were like, who is this guy? And he was just like, hey, like just charming.
Insanity. What's his name again?
Barry Bremen.
Bremen Sanity or something.
Seriously, this catapulted him.
Sanity, yeah.
This catapulted him into national.
Then he got drafted.
No, here's the thing. He sucked at sports. Like he could play he was athletic, but he wasn't like good.
He's not a professional.
But he was enough to be like, oh, maybe that guy's just having a bad day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this set off like a countrywide thing where everyone's like, this guy is hilarious. He got invited to the Johnny Carson show.
Of course, yeah.
And, charming as anything. Just
why don't you tell us about how you got up on stage?
Yeah. And he was just like, well, I just,
Did you score 3 or did you get a home run while you were on the basketball court?
Pretty good Johnny Carson. Are you 80?
Yes, I am. Most people don't remember Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson was the first and only talk show host forever.
For a long time.
Yeah.
So he gets on the Johnny Carson show. He becomes a household name. And his wife is like, bro, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
She can see that he is.
Did you do any insurance work? Did you sell?
Are you working?
These toys are just piling up. These novelty toys. What am I supposed to do with this shit?
My house is full of slinkies.
So much gack.
Unsold gack. Anyway, so
I'm glad you're having fun with the Detroit Pistons, but
it's funny because you can tell that she just adores him, and she's just like, "You're really funny, and I'll support you," but also
the shtick's getting old.
Maybe chill.
Yeah, maybe take care of your children that we still have at the house.
Actually, I looked at. He was actually a really good father.
Good.
Yeah, he was an interesting guy.
If my dad had been absent because he was too busy getting onto basketball courts and professional baseball games, I'd be like, it's okay.
Instead of just the regular.
Yeah, instead of the regular absent father. I'd be like, it's all right. I feel like that would have healed.
You.
Yeah, I'd have been like, I don't feel abandoned. I see the greater good here.
Yeah, you see the long
the long game.
Yeah. So this ignited something in him.
Okay.
And he says after that there was no stopping, and he realized he absolutely loved the attention. Mm-hmm. He absolutely loved the thrill of getting away with something.
Okay.
And he felt great because it wasn't hurting anybody.
Yeah.
And so he was like, my next one is the U.S. Open. So he goes to the U.S. Open, and he's like looking for an in because he never goes with a full plan.
That's much harder.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you going to do? Push one of the players out of the way? It's only two people.
A guy dropped. So he dropped out of the U.S. Open. So he would go to a lot of games and just look for ins.
Yeah.
Because he was never like a planner. He just
really
felt his way. Anyway, so this guy dropped out, and he just stood up and walked out and started playing golf. And he golfed the last 9 holes. And no one really noticed.
Sorry. Open. I'm sorry. Why did I think you said tennis? I'm sorry. My bad.
They're both called the Open.
Are they? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he just starts golf. He's just like, golfing. Hey, look, I'll put on some Argyle socks and pull my pants up my ass, basically. Yeah.
If he's a tall white guy, you can golf
right
anywhere.
This way, sir.
Like, sir, are you here to golf?
Yeah. Even if he's not there to golf, they're like, would you like a club? I'm like, please.
He just suddenly has a club in his hand.
Why are you just standing there?
Like, sir, I didn't know you were a golfer, sir. So he's terrible at golf. Mm-hmm. Really bad. Like, he can't. So everyone's a little bit like, what's going on? Who is this guy? But the way he does this, he's so subtle. He's really good at getting those little human subtleties.
He's like an actor. He's playing the part.
Yeah, that seemed very natural. Like, the way he looks around and like the way he talks to people is like, oh, you've been here the whole time.
Yeah. He's Team McCready.
He is Team McCready. 100%.
He's studied. He's not going up there and being emotional. He's just like, follow the text. Yes. The text requires me to do this, and this. It's not about how I'm feeling at the moment.
Exactly. This guy. It's funny. I started this story being really annoyed with him.
Why?
Because I needed to watch a video of him, and then I was like, I'm on this guy's side.
Hey.
He's handsome. But that's not why. He's just very like first, folks. He'd be a great guest.
Is he still around? Is he still alive?
No, he's dead.
Oh man.
But so it's still 1979. The Open, he's out there, and he finishes the game and just walks away and starts getting followed by a reporter. And the reporter was like, hey, I want to write an article on the worst player I've ever seen at the U.S. Open. And he was
all thanks.
And he was like, oh, I'm not a golfer.
Yeah. And
he was like, what? And then that became again, it's like, oh, you're the guy that crashed the basketball game.
I'll say this. If there was an inverted version of the story, is that like you're playing on the U.S. Open, you have the worst game of your life, and then some reporter comes and asks you that. It'd be funny if you were just like, "Oh, I'm actually not a golfer," as a way to shirk responsibility for playing the worst game of your life.
It's like Tiger Woods being like, "I don't golf.
I've actually never golfed in my entire life. This was all a joke." Ha ha ha.
The thing about him is he always told everybody what he was doing.
Yeah,
he was never like he'd walk up and be like, "I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Be in on this with me for a minute." Yeah. So he tells this reporter, he's like, oh, no, this is my shtick.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, this is a story.
Yeah.
And so he, again, goes kind of viral. And I forgot to say, what is his name? Dick something.
Dick
Scholl. He was like a legendary sports announcer.
Oh, Dick Scholl?
Dick Scholl? Give me a second. This is important.
Dick Scholl. Sounds like a scarf for your dick.
Yeah, it is.
A Dick Scholl.
My Dick Scholl is slipping off.
Keeping it warm.
Oh, this is actually, I don't want to mess this up. Just a sec. Dick Shapp.
Dick Shapp.
So Dick Shapp.
Sounds like Bill Shatt.
It does. Dick Shapp. Dick Shapp is a legendary sports announcer.
Okay.
And he was like, the first time it happened on the basketball court, he was like, I'm going to name this guy player of the year. And so he gets named player, and then they become kind of these friends. And he's like, he has a connection to the sports broadcasting side of things through Dick Shapp, and they were buddies. And so he'd be like, Dick, I'm going to go show up at this game. And Dick would be like, again, he's getting person or sportsman of the year or whatever. So Dick was like fully in on it.
Love it.
And so after this, he gets named, player of the month or whatever. And a little while later, he's like,
I like that he's still selling insurance.
Yeah, this whole time.
Like at some point, it's like you watch this guy be player of the year, and then on Monday you're getting a call about your life insurance.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, aren't you the same guy? And he's like, I'm good.
I'm good at this.
That's how hard I work for you.
He worked insurance the entire time.
Nice.
Through this. And so...
Got to keep your day job if you're going to be able to follow the arts.
Next one he does is the baseball game in Seattle that I talked about.
Okay, Mariners.
Where the Mariners and the whatever, and then the Yankees. And that was like... That would like skyrocket him because they're like, it's him again! And he like hid in the locker room, and it became this like, this guy's hilarious. Gerald Ford couldn't even find him. All the a whole team of Secret Service missed him. Like didn't even check anyway.
He's not even president at this time.
He's not?
In 79. It's Carter.
You're right.
Famously botches the rescue operation.
Yeah, that's right.
Hostages. Yeah.
How could I forget? Anyway, so finally he's like, I need to up this.
Kick it up a notch.
I'm going to learn the dance routine to the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. So at this point, after the Seattle game, his wife said, they interviewed her, and she said, because he said, this is my dream come true. I've always wanted to go out and sing the national anthem on the home plate. Mm-hmm. And she said, this is my dream come true. I think maybe now he'll stop. And she said, this is so charming. And she's like, maybe he'll stop. And it's like,
that's her dream come true.
Yeah. And so she's like, oh, he's not stopping. He's going to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. And so here's the thing about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleading squad.
Yeah.
They don't mess around.
No, they don't.
They are very serious.
Yeah, they're hardcore. They are elite. There's shows about them and
They're
shit.
elite. I've watched that show. It's good. And if you watch that show, you know, they do not mess around.
Nope.
And they're very serious. And so you don't think that at first. You're like, oh, cheerleaders, they're a bunch of ladies. And back in the day, that was less people saw them more as objects or whatever. And so he's like, oh, easy. I'll learn their routine.
Yeah.
And I'll dress up as one. So he puts on a Dallas Cowboys cheerleading costume.
It's not integrated at this time, is it? Is it all women, or is it there are men on the team?
Oh no, it's all women.
It's all women. Okay.
Yeah, there's not men on the team now.
Are there no? It's not integrated. Okay. I don't know why I thought at this point it would be.
Yeah, they're very traditional. Okay. The show is very young girls.
Sorry, but I have not watched a lot of football.
Neither have I, but I've watched the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader show, America's Sweethearts. It's a fascinating thing.
I haven't watched any of it. Sorry, I don't know. It's weird. So are there no dudes that want to be cheerleaders?
I think there are, but there's other teams. I think I could be wrong.
Dallas in particular does now.
Yeah, because they're like the elite cheerleaders. Anyway, so he learns the, dance or whatever to whatever song that is that
he learns them. It's like this basically.
Yeah, Macarena. But they always come out to that certain song. Is it an AC/DC? I can't remember.
No.
Anyway,
Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah, sure. Simon and Garfunkel.
Serious.
And he learns it, and he's like, "This is it. This is how I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Close out the year." And he gets in there. He's got his street clothes on, and he's like, you see a video of him, and he's just taking it all off right before you could just as fast as he could, and then he just walks out and starts doing the dance. And he's dressed as a woman. Mm-hmm. He's got a wig and everything.
Okay, yeah.
Within seconds, he is tackled to the ground by security. They were just like, nope, throw him down to the ground.
Poor bastard.
And he gets arrested, and Dallas Cowboys, they were like, we're going to sue you. We're going to press charges.
For what?
Because they're like, this is serious. You just infiltrated our organization. You're not a woman. And he was like,
I'm like, where's the law that says that he's doing something illegal?
That's the thing. They didn't end up doing it because he's like, I promise I won't do it again. Okay, I won't be a Dallas.
There's a law that's written that says, I guess you could say trespassing.
Trespassing. They had some trespassing and impersonation.
I see. Okay.
So there's Texas is a little more
hardcore about that.
About that stuff. And those coaches.
This is football. You can't just desecrate football.
Football? No way. This is cheerleading.
We don't care about women's rights, but we care about football's rights.
Look at these beautiful women. We don't care about them, but the second a man comes out here,
we care about their bodies, but we care about them.
You don't have tits. Dance. Get off the field. So he's like, oh, maybe I went too far. Okay, I'm not going to do that again. So the next thing he does, he crashes a few more games. Everyone's like, oh, you, and Dick Shapp is always like, oh, him. And then in 1981, he wants to crash the Super Bowl.
Nice.
In San Diego. And he's like, I'm going to this will be, But he realizes they have posters of him all over the entrances.
Mostly like America's Most Wanted.
Everyone's like, do not let this man
it's like
in.
Osama bin Laden and then this guy.
All right, so San Diego, 1981, Super Bowl. And he's like, well, I'm not going to get in there based on all the posters. And so he has this other idea.
Okay.
There's this freelance mascot called the San Diego Chicken.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So this guy shows up, not him, this other guy who is the mascot. He wears this costume, this chicken costume. He shows up at all these games as a freelance mascot that just represents San Diego. I didn't know
he could be a freelance mascot.
I didn't either. And so he's like, I know.
No benefits. Listen, you get $10.99 as a mascot.
Yeah, you contract.
Fill out this paperwork, all right?
Taxes are awful being the freelance mascot.
It's $10.99.
And the mascot.
$10.99 mascot.
Oh, a nightmare. I got a personal account and I get Harry. Oh no, he's
you got an EIN number or what?
No, not your personal one, your business one.
I don't need your social security. I assume you got a DBA. What's the deal?
I did the EIN.
Same voice every time you're right.
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
You have one voice.
Listen.
You're one trick pony like Barry Bremen.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly. Like a Fremen.
Yeah.
Barry Fremen.
He's just got bright blue eyes.
Spice.
You okay?
No.
Okay, cool. I don't know why I always ask you if you're okay, because you're never okay.
Never well.
And neither, why would I ever?
Why would you ask that
Angst.
Question? Angst, dude.
So he's like, I know, I'm going to dress as the San Diego Chicken. And so he puts on this chicken outfit.
Hold on. Does he, for the sake of story, when the freelance guy comes in, does he like punch him and then take him back and then change his outfit and then put his outfit on the Pee-wee chicken?
He makes
on the
his
chicken guy
own
and then runs
chicken
away.
outfit.
Oh, I see.
Because the guy wasn't coming to that game. He's like, this is perfect.
Could have just gone and stole it from him while he was showering. He's singing like, oh, no, no,
you see a shadow in the curtains of
and
just
joints
grabbing.
it off of the windowsill. And then there's a pie there as well.
Yeah, a pie. He eats the pie. Yeah. And he eats the pie in the chicken costume. Just shoves it to the little mouthful.
Chicken pot pie. And he's like, what have I become?
I'm going to get a bigger pot belly. Everyone's going to make fun of me. Rapid fire nonsense. That's what we do. Rapid fire nonsense. Okay. So he puts this chicken costume on.
Right.
And don't worry, we have a video of him doing an interview in the chicken costume that you're going to watch in a minute.
Nice. Yes.
And he gets to the door.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, this guy is way too tall to be the chicken. Because the regular guy is 5'7". Okay, and Barry's 6'4".
Yeah.
And so this guy's like, no, you're Barry Bremen. He immediately calls him out on it. He's like, oh, man.
I like that it's famous enough that the guy knows who it is.
By his height, too. Yeah, he's like, you're that tall, weird guy who, steals identities.
Spice here, Fremen. Turn around.
Get out of here. So he's like, gets thrown out before he can get in.
Bummer.
And this makes national news again because he's dressed as a chicken.
Also, I hate this guy who's like, he just ruined the Super Bowl. He could have had the giant guy in the chicken costume. That would have been the most memorable Super Bowl.
And all the players love him. That's the thing. Every time he does this, the players are in on it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, nice. Yeah, we'll get you in. And it's always the coaches and the owners that are like, get off the field.
You're making us lose money.
So 1980, at this time, he's like, okay, maybe I'll chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
And he kind of goes quiet for a few years. And in 1985, he's like, okay, I'm no more sports. Because people kind of got used to it. And they're like, it's not as fun anymore. No one wants you in here. We're just going to keep you out. She's like, I'm not going to do sports anymore.
However,
I am going to do the 37th Emmy Awards.
Oh.
And he's like, I'm going to accept an award for someone else. That's my goal. Okay. So he gets like a press pass.
Amazing.
I know. Because he makes up a fake news agency.
Okay.
He gets a press pass. He sits in the third row.
Newsmax. You have to let me in here now.
I'm TMZ.
TMZ.
I broke the Astor Place riot.
Perfect.
I don't think... So he sits in the third row and he's like, this is perfect.
Yeah,
and he's just waiting. He's like, who am I going to get up there for? Because, again, no planning. And he's sitting there, and they get up to do the best supporting actress in a drama series. Okay. And the winner is Betty Thomas, who didn't stand up right away. And so he's like, oh, she's not here.
That's my cue.
And so he just stands up. He walks up there and accepts the Emmy. And he's like,
does do it.
He's like, I'm accepting this. Accepting this on Betty's behalf. She can't be here tonight. Thank you for everybody. And thank you, Dick Shapp. And then he sees her walking up the aisle because she just didn't get up in time.
Yeah.
And she's like,
what
are you doing? And he's like, oh shit. And he just runs off. He just books it.
Keep the Emmy with him? Or?
Yeah, he keeps the Emmy.
Nice.
And she's like, that's my Emmy. And she's pissed because it's one thing to like fool sports people. It's another to fool actors.
Yeah.
Again, they start riots over things.
Exactly.
Drama.
She's like, this is England's fault. And then starts to burn it down.
She was so mad. And I get it because that was like her moment. And she, he took her speech. He took her Emmy.
So did she not get to go up and give a speech afterwards?
I couldn't find anything about that. I think she did. But she was pissed. Everyone was pissed. So, of course, they immediately apprehend him. And they're like, get to jail. So they arrest him. And Dick Schaap is even like, bro,
that's
can't.
Too much.
You put my name in there?
Yeah,
like, I'm only... And so he actually ended up being like...
Dick Schaap's not a real bro, unfortunately.
He's not. Well, he told he's like, Barry, I have to come out against this. Like, it's not cool. And so he wrote like a piece that's like, I denounce Barry's actions. And everyone's like, Barry, this is a lot. This is too much. And he was like, wow,
They're not real friends.
Actors are so lame.
Yeah, they are.
Like, get over yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was pretty much just like, okay, so yeah, I learned my limits because actors don't have senses of humor.
He's right.
And he's right. And he did it one more time on a field at the Dodgers game.
Okay. And
he got screamed off field by Tommy Lasorda in 1986. And that was the end of that.
I thought you were going to say Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau was there. And then in 1983, I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember that tennis star,
I do,
Monica
I was born
Seles?
in 1983. Of course I remember Monica.
She was stabbed.
Yeah.
On the court.
Oh, it was in 83.
No, 93.
Oh, 93. Okay.
And so he was still kind of thinking up stuff.
I remember the thing they said, it was Monica Seles was the one that made all the noise.
The weird, big, crazy noises.
There's all these Saturday Night Live sketches about her. I remember it was like, here's Monica Seles opening a can. It was like, it was really funny.
She got stabbed.
That's sad.
And after that,
it was not
Barry's
Barry,
like,
though, I assume.
No, it wasn't Barry. But after that, Barry's like, I'm never going to do this again.
Yeah.
Because this is not, we're not in the 70s anymore.
Yeah, and then it's Nancy Kerrigan getting her knees beat, by what's her name, Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding, yeah. And so he just goes back to being an insurance salesman.
He's like, that's it. This guy is like the what's his name? BTK of like pranks.
Yes.
No, he just has
really
this like weird like series. He's like, man, I'm just gonna go back to living in the suburbs with my lovely wife and kids, and no one will ever know the wiser.
Well, there's a really interesting twist to his story.
He is a serial killer?
No.
Okay, good.
Barry Bremen ends up dying of cancer on his birthday.
That's so sad.
Yeah, in 2010. In 2022, 36 people get a genetic match on 23andMe.
What the shit?
And they track it to...
Oh my God.
Barry Bremen.
He's banging around?
No, sperm donor.
Oh.
He has upwards of 60 children.
He's like an 1800 Persian king.
Yes. And his family's like, what? But like, back in the day, you're like, yeah, here's my
nuts.
Sperm. And they didn't have like regulations. They still barely have regulations. And he was like, yeah, take it. Give me some money. And
he's like, whatever.
Yeah, you do what you got to do. And so there are most likely up to 60 direct children, like his children in this world. They all have a Facebook group. They all meet up. And they all have very similar kind of like mischievous
goofy.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Like it's like a genetic
goofy,
thing.
genetically goofy.
Yeah, it's genetically goofy. They're genetic tricksters.
That's hilarious.
And a lot of them are just like, this guy's my dad? Like, they're like, oh, cool, we have news footage of this guy. My dad, like, getting arrested on a baseball field. Like,
again, speaking about what I was saying earlier, it's like if your dad wasn't there, you'd be like, it's cool. I'm glad that that's what you were doing instead.
When you said that, I was like, that's funny you said it because he was an absent father for 36 children.
I mean...
No, you know what I mean.
Technically, yeah.
And he had already died, but his family was like, oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, they're kind of like, okay.
They're in on the joke.
Sure, yeah, Barry, I'm sure.
They should start their own sports teams.
They should. Well, it's funny because Barry's children, Dick Schaap's son, Jeremy, ended up becoming friends with the Bremens and the children. And they're like, he's like Uncle Jeremy. They're just very close. And he's like, yeah, the kids are just like their dad. Like, the ones he raised with Margot are yeah, I'm going to get into this Hollywood party. Like, they just get into parties.
Just do it.
Just watch.
Just like you and I at the Harveys last year.
Look, like us at the Harveys. Really, though. And Barry was always like, act like you belong.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
That's all you got to do to get into these places.
So him and his 50 kids, 60, this guy has offspring. Which is...
It's like the good kind of offspring.
Yeah,
like
it's
people
like
who keeping the mischievous, fun stuff alive.
He wasn't cheating. He wasn't sleeping around. He was like, here's some sperm.
Here's some sperm.
I just love that he snuck his way into people's wombs as well.
He didn't sneak. He
I know,
volunteered.
You know what I mean.
Yes, yeah.
Where it's just like, and Barry's still popping up
with
places
us today.
So that's the story of the great imposter, Barry Bremen. Okay. Yeah, that was it.
Thank you for that tab. That was fantastic. I love it. That guy's my hero.
He's awesome.
Barry Fremen.
Barry Fremen.
Barry Fremen.
Sand,
loving the spice, showing up where he's still nice.
And yeah, everyone, it didn't hurt anybody. It hurt Betty
except
Thomas.
For Betty
I think
Thomas.
I get that.
I don't know anything about her.
Me neither. Oh.
It sounds
and who was done in history? Him, not Betty Thomas.
It's true. Nobody remembers. Awesome. So now we're going to close our tabs. Yeah. What do we do here? Oh, slamming the book shut?
I don't know.
Okay, sure.
This is my tab. I
my
hand
tab.
wrote it. Should we just slam our books
Slam
shut?
our books. Okay, ready?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Look at that.
Moving on to listener emails. First up is Scott from someplace far away.
Oh, hi, Scott.
Hey, Kaveh, Hannah, and Alyssa. I'm writing you today about a strange fact. All the baseballs used in the major leagues are rubbed down with a special mud.
How did this work out so perfectly?
Just happened. Before the game starts, the umpires will take new balls and buff them in mud to knock down the shininess of the leather and make them easier to grip.
Oh.
If you think about this, it sounds truly bizarre.
Yeah.
But it's not just any mud. This mud is, quote unquote, made by a single company and comes from a secret source from the New Jersey side of the Delaware River that the now deceased founder discovered in the late 30s.
Mud.
It's garbage mud. Yeah. One guy goes out in his truck and, quote, harvests 300 pounds a year, dries it, screens it, and packages it, and then sells it to the MLB.
So I could just go collect dirt from a river and sell it to the...
You can undercut this guy, maybe.
I'm going to become the new mud salesman of the MLB.
Hannah, you heard it here first, folks. Hannah, mud salesman Hillam. With the hat, yeah.
Put my mud hat on.
Mud flaps, mud butt.
Ew.
The head of mud butt. As always, keep it Josie. Scott.
Yeah.
And includes the link for the baseball rubbing.
Baseball rubbing mud. Man. That is specific.
It's very specific.
I love that,
It's called
though.
Lena Blackburn Baseball Rubbing Mud.
Okay. That's very straightforward. Lena Blackburn?
Lena Blackburn.
Is it a woman?
According to the history of this Wikipedia article that they sent.
Oh.
Anyway, that's the first
Awesome.
email. Yeah.
And mine is a
Scott.
voice memo.
Oh, voice memo. Let's do it.
We got to do it on your phone because my phone is ruined.
Donde está your...
It's in the
Oh, wow. I have to pull it up.
Dropbox.
Wow.
For this episode.
Wow.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
you didn't come to Coachella with me in 2013.
92?
No, I'm mad.
Yeah, here we go. All right.
This is Susie.
This is Susie. Okay, here we go.
Hello, Kaveh and Hannah. My name is Susie, and I'm a longtime listener. And I was so excited to hear you talking about stinging nettle because I always have an open tab in my brain about stinging nettle. It's one of my neurodivergent special interests. So I thought that I should let you know that it is so much more than a weed. It is a food source. Many cultures traditionally use stinging nettle. I personally like to add it to my summer borscht. But it's also valuable for medicinal reasons. It helps with arthritic pain and inflammation. And, oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. I should have made notes before I started talking about it because I just get really excited about stinging nettle. Anyway, it's a valuable fiber source, actually, that was commonly used before cotton and flax were grown on large scales. So in addition to that, let me see. I've read that soldiers in the trenches would whip themselves with stinging nettle to get their blood circulating. And then it was also, and I think maybe still is, used as a torture device, beating people over their bare backs with stinging nettle as a punishment. I feel like I have more to say about this, but anyway, yeah, I forage for stinging nettle. I dry it and mix it up in my smoothies, actually, as like a greens powder. But it's very versatile and it's full of nutrients, a good source of iron. And yeah, it is a superfood, actually. It is not just a weed. Anyway, now you know. Thanks for your podcast. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too, Susie. I love that. That is.
Thank you, Susie. Do not mess with Susie.
No.
She knows many
She'll whip
ways
you.
to harass you and whip your back.
Susie, please don't whip my back with stinging nettle. No, I picked that one because I just love how
abusive it is.
Unprepared. Like the slight unpreparedness of it. It's like I saw
it's like you prepare and then you get there
and then your
you're
mind
like,
goes
wait,
blank.
whoops,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, there's so much
very
like
much
me.
on brand for us. Yeah.
So it fit in perfectly, and
loved it.
You guys, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for sending a voice memo.
Yeah.
If you also have a voice memo or an email of some sort that you'd like to share with us, please send it to 500opentabs@gmail.com.
Yep.
It's 500. You can find us on Instagram at 500opentabs.
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
And YouTube.
And
we have,
YouTube,
we're getting up there. We're almost to it.
Almost there.
We got to have more people to get us to 1,000.
Sign
so we
up,
can,
please.
because as I've heard, YouTube is the place to be.
Get some incredible video production quality like this episode if you want it to get as good as this.
This looks great to me because I didn't go to video school.
I went to video school famously, yeah. But other than that, thank you to Alyssa for somehow making this episode work. Hopefully it doesn't sound too different, but we thought it would be fun to do one in person.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because we're in New York for Comic-Con, our bags are just filled with stuff, which is why we couldn't bring all of our proper gear. So hopefully these lav mics are good enough. I think that they sounded okay when we did
it just adds to the
I'm OCD. You know how I'm like, it's like the DBs are
it hurts you.
It hurts me.
He like has a hard time.
I do.
Which is good. I'm glad that someone does. Because I'm like, I don't know, we'll sit in the dark and record on my phone mic.
Whoops. Anyway, thanks guys for listening. In the meantime, I'll see you at the Dickie Nixie Soviet pool party.
I'll see you there and I'll be in the pool.
You'll be in the pool. Pretending to be Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Just like Barry Fremen.
I'm Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
And Nixon's Secret Service is going to try to find me, but I'll be hiding.
Where is he?
Where is she?
Thanks.
Bye.